Yeah. Namaste, Namaste everyone. Today is Natural Ecology Group 48 webinar, and the topic is what is safe food. Sorry for the echo. Okay. Today's topic is what is safe food and what are the food combinations, adulterations will happen, and what is nutritious food by Dr. Prakash Kondekar. And the agenda is about food and its category, food adulteration, food combinations, food frauds, and at the end we'll take the question and answers. And about presenters, he's an honorable director at the Indian Institute of Naturopathy. He conducted more than 500 workshops in India and abroad. He's an international renowned speaker. Last time also we had a webinar from Dr. Prakash Kondekar ji, and today this is a series 2 program from him. And now I will hand over the topic to Prakash ji to continue. Prakash sir, hand over to you.
Thank you, Sudhir. Thanks for that introduction. And good evening to all. Good morning to all from various places. And today we have a World Food Safety, second World Food Safety Day. And this is the occasion to talk about safe and nutritious food. And that's what I'm here. And food is very important aspect of our life. How? When in mother's womb, how the personality grows. World Food Safety Day, and this is the second World Food Safety Day. And on this occasion, I congratulate all of you for joining this webinar. And food is a very important aspect of our life. And how the food plays important role in would-be mother's life. When she takes a food, how it is going to affect the child. When she takes the food, it becomes a ras, that is juice. Rasat raktam tator mausam. Then it becomes a flesh. Mausaha medo prajayate. After that, the fat is formed. Medasoho asti. That is, after that, the bones are formed. Tator majja, nervous system is formed. Majja shukrasya sambhava, and at last, it is reproductive system. So that is the way human being is formed and comes into this life or earth. So it is not moving, screen is not moving.
Just minimize it and try to answer.
More. Then fruits and vegetables, yes, these can be taken anytime, anywhere, depending upon the availability. But I suggest the locally available fruits would be better if they are taken in your diet. Of course, it is very difficult nowadays, but still, whenever possible, you can do that. Then rice, alternative. This is of course our regular diet, and dal, chawal, roti, sabji, whatever we can take it, that is our main food. Then further 5 groups: vegetables, fruits, grains, cereals, mostly whole grain and high cereal fiber varieties, lean meats, poultry, fish, eggs, tofu, nuts, seeds, legumes, beans, and dairy and dairy products like milk, yogurt, cheese, etc. Now, what is safe food? We have seen last time what is the food. Food is a substance that can be consumed, assimilated, digested, assimilated, and used for the purpose of energy and maintenance and life. So, what is safe food now? Food prepared with following steps in kitchen can be safe. No flies, paste or dirt. Wash and clean utensils thoroughly with detergent. But there is one more precaution will have to be taken. When you are using detergent, see that there are no traces after you wash those things of detergent. Clean kitchen counters, floors, food appliances regularly. Defrost and clean the fridge every 2 weeks. Separate wet and dry waste before disposal. Because this is also very important aspect of our life nowadays, because the municipalities or public authorities, they need to have disposal of this waste, and if you give them wet and dry waste separately, that will be better for them for disposal. Separate biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. So that those instructions are also being given by these municipal authorities. Throw waste in covered bins only, because some of the waste, particularly wet, if you not cover those bins, then there will be gas formation, and they will be coming out and maybe affecting our kitchen or wherever you are keeping those things. Wash and clean waste bins regularly. So what is the personal hygiene to be taken care of? Hands washed with soap and clean water. Cuts covered with waterproof dressing. Nails short and clean. Cloths clean, preferably cotton cloths. Hair tied and covered. So there are many no's or don't. Phones and remote controls not to be used in the kitchen while making food preparations. Sneezing and coughing, no. Sickness, if person is sick, they should not prepare food, or very much precautionary measures to be taken so that there could not be any infection from the food the person is preparing. Smoking and tobacco prohibited during food preparation. Scratching and touching body, not good, not allowed. So there are 8 C's for safe food. This is usually when we buy food from outside, then these precautions must. Check FDA FSSAI logo on the label with date of expiry. Cover food and store in cool, dry, clean, well ventilated places away from sunlight. Curb contamination by separating raw and cooked food, vegetarian and flesh food. This is very important. I have seen many people, when they are storing the food in their fridge, they are not taking care of these things. So separating raw and cooked food, vegetarian and flesh food, very important. Clean fruits and vegetables, grains with potable water before cutting and cooking. A question was asked during this pandemic uh, period, that how to clean the fruits and vegetables. A simple solution was given: 1% of potassium permanganate, uh, that is used for washing, and then fresh water or potable plain water to be used, and then again it is washed. So that will be better, so as to take care of the viruses. Cook and reheat food thoroughly. Cooking and reheating. Reheating many times is also bad, because that degrades the food quality, and nutrients are lost. So as far as possible, see that the food is cooked which is required and not in excess. So that is very important from the point of view of overall food waste in our country. Control temperature, serve hot food hot and cold food cold. See, the food to be taken in hot condition. Why? Because our digestive system particularly needs about 37 to 40 degrees Celsius of temperature for digestion. And if you take hot food, that will be very much good for particularly for digestion. And cold food is cold. That means whatever cold food, that is fruits and vegetables, are cold foods. So that you can take it as it is, not in warm conditions. Consume food within 2 hours of cooking, else refrigerate. Last time I mentioned you about the three types of foods. Trividha bhavati shraddhaha dehinam savajat rajasi satviki chaiva tamasi chetitam. So rajasic food, sattvic food and tamasic food. In our case, in the present situation, freshly prepared food, vegetarian food, can be a sattvic food. The same food after 2 hours can become tamasic food. So that is the difference. That's what nowadays usually people are eating tamasic food only because of the circumstances. Cut out newspapers and polythene because these things are to be harming the environment. So that's what. And why newspapers? Because newspaper there's a lead used in the printing ink, and that is harmful for our body. So that's why newspapers should not be used particularly for fried foods. Use only good grade ceramic, glass, stainless steel to serve and pack food. So why unsafe food not to be used or taken? Unsafe food is a threat to human health and economies, disproportionately affecting unsecured and marginalized people, especially women and children. It also damages global trade, leading to further food waste, which can no longer be tolerated in the world where many still suffer from hunger. So this is a very important aspect. Millions of people, hungry people, they sleep without food, and for them, this is very important aspect. And some of the NGOs nowadays, they gather such excess food wherever it is available, and they share it to such needy people. Now, food adulteration. Food adulteration was very rampant in India before 1954, and hence Prevention of Food Adulteration Act 1954 was enacted, and the rules of the Prevention of Food Adulteration Act 1955 came into existence. And because of that, many type of food adulteration was stopped, like coloring of cheese, water in milk, of course, still it is there, dust in tea, etc. So these are some of the adulterants used for making food adulterated. So there are three types of adulterations: intentional, metallic, and incidental. Intentional adulterants means sand, marble, chips, stones, mud, chalk powder, water, mineral oil, coal tar dyes, all are harmful for our body. So these things are used so as to make more money or more profit in the business. These can be said as fraud, food frauds. Metallic contaminations like arsenic from pesticides, lead from water, mercury from effluents of chemical industries, tin from cans. So there are various types of cans used for uh, packaging foods. There are lacquered cans, there are plain cans. So if they are not properly lacquered from inside, they will be harmful for our body. Now, incidental adulterants, pesticide residues seen from cans again, droppings of the rodents, larvae in the foods. These are the incidental adulterants which happens when you buy food from outside, and if it is not properly taken care of, these things will be found in the food. Now, how the milk is adulterated. Cow buffalo milk can be adulterated with starch, urea, detergents, etc. Then turda, turmeric powder, mixed spices are adulterated with metanyl yellow dye. Then saffron can be adulterated with adulterants like metanyl dye. It can be adulterant for motichur laddu also. This is very important. You will see the very dark laddu, color laddu, that is yellowish. You have to have suspect for that, and you have to check the quality of that. Then ghee essence is used in cheaper oils and sold as ghee. This will have no grainy texture of the pure ghee. Oleomargarine or lard, it is animal product, is added in butter as an adulterant. Here also profiteering is the motto. Chalk powder and white sand can be added in the sugar as an adulterant. Very difficult to make it out, but there are methods where you can find out. Chili powder can be adulterated with Sudan red dye, brick powder, grit, sand, dirt, sawdust, or dry papaya seeds. Dry papaya seeds, if it is taken in very small quantity, they are not harmful. Otherwise, they are harmful. And if they are mixed with chili powder, naturally the quantity will be more there, and they will be harmful for our body. Then arjun seeds and arjun oil can be adulterants for the mustard seed and mustard oil respectively. Jaggery, sugar, and corn syrup are adulterants for honey. This is very important. And very simple tests are there to judge what is adulterated product and what is unadulterated product. Then vegetables and fish mixed with formalin and such other chemicals are injurious to health. Cobalt used for packaging mineral water, highly injurious to health. Tamarind and date seeds mixed with coffee powder can result in diarrhea. The tamarind seeds, the deshelling is there, done, and you cannot make, if they are in powder form, whether it is powder of any other seed or grain, it is very difficult to know. So if it is mixed with coffee powder, can result in diarrhea. Other type of food product adulteration. Use of substandard raw materials. This is very common practice by some of the small scale industries. changing dates of production and expiry, reuse of damaged material and packaging materials, manipulating with size and weight of the food products, change the country of origin and producer. So these can be called as food frauds. Here again, there is no direct adulteration as such, but it can be done for the purpose of making more money or making more profit, or because of the circumstances. Sometimes you don't have trained manpower, sometimes you don't have particular material. So in those cases, these things are being followed. So reasons for food adulteration. Now under Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, that is FSSAI Act, Food Safety and Standards Act 2006, blending is not adulteration if permitted by law, because law permits the blending of two oils. Sometimes it is 20 to 80%, depending upon the combination of oil. So reasons for food adulteration: to earn more profit, to cut down the product cost to meet market competition, shortage of true ingredients, lack of information about the adulterants, shortage of qualified personnel, that's what I was referring to, spraying of water on chilies for weight gain. So this will not immediately harm the person using these products, particularly chilies, but if there is a fungal formation, definitely it will harm the person using such type of chilies. Now, how to combat the adulteration? Inspection is very important, particularly. Check with simple test. Then you have to report to the authorities about the adulteration or adulterated material or the food product you came in contact with. Health hazards of adulterations. What are the problems a person can get because of the adulterated food? Urticaria, skin problem, a runny nose, headaches, asthma attack, gastrointestinal disturbance, bleeding, hyperacidity, skin eruptions, epidemic dropsy due to Artemon seed oil. There may be some swelling on your hand or calf muscles or feet. Now we'll talk about nutrition. Nutrition may be defined as the sum of the total of the process involved in taking in and use of food substances through which growth, repair, and maintenance of the activities of the body as a whole or any of its parts are accomplished. This we have seen last time also. So 5 steps in the process of nutrition are ingestion, when we eat the food, digestion, when it goes into your digestive system, absorption, absorption at various places or at various organs in our system, digestive system, then assimilation and ingestion. So these are the various 5 steps which are important from the point of view of the nutrition, because if they are functioning properly, then there will be proper nutrition to your body, and whatever you are eating will be useful for your body. So ingestion is the process of taking food in the body or eating of the food by the animal or any living being. When we put food in our mouth with hands, we are ingesting it. Normally, 85% of the daily energy used is from fats and carbohydrates, and 15% of the protein. So what are the three types of nutrition? There are two main types of nutrients. There is a difference between nutrition and nutrient. There are two main types of nutrients: macronutrients and micronutrients. So macro means taken on the large scale, a large quantity. The three main categories of macronutrients include carbohydrates, whatever food we take, that is bread, and then rice, roti, chapati. Then protein and fat. Various type of protein we take, particularly dal, and fat we use in cooking. The two types of micronutrients are vitamins and minerals, and these are extra molecules that cells need to make energy. Because vitamins and minerals very important and useful for overall health of a person. What is healthy nutrition? It's an important part of leading a healthy lifestyle combined with physical activity. Your diet can help you to reach and maintain a healthy weight, reduce your risk of chronic diseases like heart disease and cancer, and promote your overall health. Then what are the 7 elements of nutrition? There are 7 main classes of nutrients that the body needs. They are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, fiber, and water. Earlier, water was not taken as a nutrient, but now it is also taken as a nutrient. It is important that everyone consumes these 7 nutrients on the daily basis to help them build the bodies and maintain their health. One has to take variety of food to get different types of vitamins and minerals. Food that are naturally are nutrient rich include fruits and vegetables, lean meat, fish, whole grains, dairy, legumes, nuts, and seeds, also high in nutrients. Because various type of nuts and seeds not taken regularly by everybody, and it is costly affair also. But groundnut are the cheapest nuts, and many can afford it. So it also very good nutritious food. What causes poor nutrition? Poor eating habit. Poor eating habits include under or overeating. If it is under or overeating also, it is known as malnutrition. In India, many people are malnutrition or malnourished. Not having enough of the healthy food we need each day, or consuming too many types of food and drink which are low in fiber or high in fat, salt, and or sugar. So nowadays the FSSAI is promoting on this, like low fat, low salt, and low sugar. That is eat right movement, they call it. What is healthy food? It is easy to find the healthy foods to include for weight loss diet. These are mainly whole foods like fish, lean meat, vegetables, dry fruits, nuts, seeds, and legumes. Along with moderation and regular exercise, eating these nutritious foods should pave your way to success and healthier life. What are the two types of carbohydrates? There are two types of carbohydrates in food, simple and complex. Simple carbohydrates, these are also called simple sugars. They are found in refined sugar like white sugar you see in the sugar bowl. And then if you have a lollipop, you are eating simple carbs. Then what are the complex carbs? They are like peas, beans, whole grains, and vegetables. Here are 10 small ways you can improve your nutrition. Keep your daily calorie intake to a reasonable amount. Enjoy food, but eat less. At a dining table, when you are eating, you should have very calm and your temper should be cool, because if you are not having coolness or calmness at your dining table, the digestion will not happen quickly and it will be harmful for your body. It may get indigestion, overall indigestion, and assimilation will be very less in the body. So enjoy your food but eat less. Keep portion size of food to a reasonable and recommended amount. Try to eat more of these foods, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, lean proteins, and some low fat dairy products. Now we'll talk about the food combination. If you see the chart, we'll take one case over here, plant protein and animal protein. If they are taken together, that is not good for our body. Then we'll take fat, animal protein and fat. If they are taken together, it's not good. So there are different type of combinations, and the food combination chart has been put together to promote optimum and easier digestion. Also, you should never combine any fruits with milk, very important. And if you must combine only sweet fruits with yogurt. Usually people are combining the fruits particularly with milk or milk products. This is also again different type of food combinations. Melons, subacid foods, acid foods, and sweet food. So subacid foods and acid foods, they can go together. Even sweet fruits and subacid fruits can go together. But sweet fruits and acid fruits, not all will go together. So various type of combinations have been given, and if you have those contrast foods which are not good for. I'll give one example over here. If you are taking a tomato products particularly, and after that you are taking dairy product, then there may be formation of the kidney stone, the calcium in the milk product and oxalic acid in the tomato seeds may combine together and there is a formation of calcium oxalate. So such type of contrast foods should not be taken. So these are very nutritious foods and we have been using these in our daily life. Onions, potatoes. Potatoes usually should be taken along with skin, that will be better. And potato products are cooked potato products. Reheating is not good. Once you make the dish, particularly potatoes, you consume it, hardly one more time you can use it. No reheating for potato dishes. Carrots, vitamin A, then sweet potato, broccoli, all these products are very good for our overall health. And if we can choose at least 50% of them in a daily life, that will be good for your overall health. So what I suggest, use 50% of cooked food and 50% of uncooked food, but they should not be taken together, they should be taken separately. Then high protein sources are dairy and dairy substitutes. Choose skim milk, low fat milk or enriched milk substitutes. Try replacing cream with evaporated skim milk in recipes and coffee. Choose low fat or low fat free cheese. Choose these foods low fat, skim, nut or enriched milk like soy or rice. Skim ricotta cheese in place of cream cheese. So because of some allergic problems, there are some substitutes coming for the dairy milk. Low fat cottage cheese, spring cheese and yogurt in place of sour cream. Because sour cream is also very good for overall health of a person, but some people they are allergic to sour cream. Then legumes such as beans, lentils and chickpeas, seeds and nuts, including nut butters, they are very good source of proteins. So this is particularly for the non-vegetarian people, the different type of combinations, and they can have it on daily basis. Various type of fruits, whatever available in the season, you can take it. Mangoes, so why fruits and vegetables for our sound health? Fruits and vegetables is one of the tried and true recommendation for healthy diet and for good reason. Eating plenty of fruits and vegetables can help you to ward off heart disease and stroke, control blood pressure and cholesterol, prevent some type of cancer, avoid a painful intestinal element called diverticulosis, and guard against cataract and macular degeneration, two common causes of vision loss, because vitamin A is available in many of the orange or red color fruits and vegetables, which is very good for retina of our eye. So these things can be consumed regularly for our overall health. These are various things, or maybe food supplements we can call it. We have been using, or we are using nowadays also, and essential fatty acids can be available from many of these various type of foods. One question is asked about the garlic, and WHO also has mentioned about the use of garlic. The using habitually, that is daily basis garlic, is not overall good for health, and in Ayurveda we call it as a tamasic food. So that is to be taken in moderation, not in excess. In though for gastric purpose, the food, this garlic is a very good medicine, a natural medicine, but to be taken in moderate quantity only. Flax seeds, of course, flax seeds post lunch or post dinner, very good. It helps the digestion and also gives you various type of fiber and essential fatty acid. Then pumpkin seeds. Nowadays, watermelon seeds are also available in the market, and they are also very good for overall health of person. Tomato, particularly for the ladies, very good for source of folic acid, and good for complexion, overall complexion of a person. So we should reduce fat, sugar, and salt, whatever we, to some extent, because these are the foods or food supplements which are having some of the issues, particularly like high blood pressure, then diabetes, and kidney problems. So you should have control over these fats, sugar, and salts. Less use of pickles and papad or other such salty things. So eat safe and nutritious food for healthy longevity, and that is important aspect of our safe and world safe food day, and it will be very helpful for overall health of person. So square meal plays important role, particularly in our life, and Indian tradition. Though there are different type of meals in different type of states of India or even in other places, we should have a selected thali or square meal depending upon the season depending upon the activity the person is doing and depending upon the other circumstances wherein it is required for our body. Because square meal is very important for our overall health, but they have to be taken in moderate quantity depending upon the age factor, the activity of a person, and the climatic conditions. So this is one of my book, Food is Your Medicine. This is my Marathi book. And thank you for patient listening. And we'll have question answer session now. Before that, I request Sudhir to take one group photo of all the participants so as we can send it to World Health Organization.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So participants who wants to say hi to WHO, who open your videos, and
Yeah.
we'll make a picture from the Zoom. And I'm muting all.
Everybody can open his or her video.
So participants, please turn on your videos. Who wants to say hi? Otherwise also is good. So can you please stop your screen sharing?
Yeah.
Yeah, now I got.
Hello, Dr. Vikram. How was your interview? Namaste. Shashi, you are not open your video. Mr. KVJ Rao, Shri Devi, Ms. Nilima, Vivo 1907, Shikha. Yeah.
Sir, yeah, meanwhile,
Yeah.
many are opening their videos. So meanwhile, you mentioned the food combinations to avoid, like, don't mix anything with milk.
Yeah.
So can you add few more lines, like, any other top 10 or top 5, so that, people who generally do all the kind of mistakes are not supposed to do?
See, citrus fruits, strong citrus fruits like orange, then sweet lime, Mosambi. These are not to be used along with the milk or milk products. But yes, you can use it along with the yogurt or dahi, curd we can call it. So along with that, they can be used. But then they will not be acceptable by everybody, because the constitution differs from person to person, and because of that, it is difficult. In fact, some of the people, for them, taking a curd in the evening is not suitable for them. But I can tell you, last 30 years, I am taking curd as my evening food, and I have no problem as such. So it depends upon how you develop your food habit is also important. And because of that, your system also used to that. So these things, if you take it slowly in your regular diet, that will be very important. One more thing I can suggest about the wheat milk. Many people don't know about wheat milk, how it is taken and how it is useful. It is a very good B complex. Wheat milk means the wheat grains washed, maybe about 100 grams of wheats washed and taken in a clean water, keep it for overnight, and early morning they can be taken in the mixie, and then you'll get white fluid of that. So that white fluid is wheat milk, and it is very good, nutritious initial, that is breakfast, you can say. But there we have to start with very small quantity because your body will not accept initially, and you have to go on adding the things slowly. Yeah.
Yeah, and another thing, another combination is many naturopaths suggest to take a tomato, but few doctors suggest no, is not good and we should avoid it.
No,
And also,
that is because of the seeds. Tomato seeds contain oxalic acid, and that is harmful, particularly those they have the kidney stone, and the recurrence will be there because of these seeds, tomato seeds. And instead of telling the seeds, they tell tomato itself because nobody has time to take separated things and take it separately. So that is as simple as that.
okay.
Yeah.
And as per Ayurveda and as per our speech, dharmic ways also, many people suggest to avoid meat,
Avoid.
eggs and meat.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
many Western doctors are the modern way of healing. They
Yeah.
suggest those are good. So what should you take here?
See, uh, in last lecture also I said, amantaram aksharam nasti nasti moolam na aushadam ayogya purusha narya nasti yojakastatar durlabha. Every food can be taken as a medicine. Every word can be taken as a mantra. Every male or female, they are useful. Only thing is that how the person can make use of those things. So even non-vegetarian food also, I have used in many cases non-vegetarian food. The person was vegetarian, but because of particular problem, I could use non-vegetarian things in a different form, and they were useful for such things. And there are research papers on these also, particularly for many type of skin problems. Yeah.
Yeah, now we'll take the question from the participants.
Yeah.
Participants, please post your questions in the group chat or raise your hands. We'll unmute and we'll have a discussion. Yeah, meanwhile, we have a question from the group chat. So a lot of people eat curd rice, but Ayurveda says don't eat curd, but we can have a buttermilk and then we can have a butter and ghee. So, but as a tradition, many people still suggest a curd rice. So what should be the take here?
As I told you, I am taking for last 30 years curd as a meal in the evening. So
Okay.
there is a question about the food habits or how you develop it. If you want to develop that habit, don't take it initially much quantity. Start with a very small quantity and then see how your body reacts to that. Like as I said, wheat milk, very small quantity if you start with and go on increasing the quantity, it will be very good breakfast. A cup full of wheat milk as a breakfast, it is a very nutritious meal of the day.
Okay. Yeah. And one more question we got here is, say we said there are some food combinations to avoid, like citrus and milk. But what should be the gap between them? Say suppose I take in some food, and what should be the gap before I take a?
See, fruits and vegetables, they take 15 to 20 minutes for assimilation in your body, digestion in your body.
Okay.
Whereas cooked food, whatever it may be, vegetarian food or non-vegetarian food. Vegetarian food takes about 3 to 4 hours minimum for digestion, whereas non-vegetarian food takes about 6 to 8 hours because our digestive system is about 20 feet longer, and in various organs, the digestive process takes place, and because of that, at least whenever you say uh, another food to be taken, maybe 1 hour gap minimum should be there, so that the further process has already been started with that food we have taken earlier. People, some of the people, they have habit of eating banana after their meal. That is not good habit, because banana takes 15 to 20 minutes for digestion, which is very useful for vitamins and minerals and carbohydrates, and it is a can be said as a complete food also. So if you take along with the cooked food or after cooked food, the the banana will not go further in your digestive system, and there will be fermentation of the banana, and there will be heaviness and maybe gas formation, and that way it is not useful as a source of vitamins and minerals.
Okay. So
Yeah.
the same thing applies for a drinks as well, sir. Now, say suppose I take a juice, and after how much time it should take a some tea or kashayam, all kind of.
Yeah. अजीर्णे भेषजं वारी जीर्णे वारी बलप्रदम भोजनात् मुहुर्मुहुर्वारी भोजनांति विषप्रदम. And this is about the water, how we are drinking. Ajirne bheshajam vari. Ajirna, indigestion. Bheshaj means medicine, and vari means water, pani. So ajirne bheshajam vari. If you take water, particularly when you have an indigestion, then it is works as a medicine. Ajirne bheshajam vari, jirne vari balapradam. Those they have a chronic illnesses or chronic ailments, they can use water as a tonic for them. So depends upon how much and when you have to take. Bhojanat muhur vari. In the meal, while eating your meal, you take little quantity of water. Bhojananti visharpadam. Immediately after lunch or meal, you should not take water, because it hampers your digestion, which is necessary, and it takes about 35 to 40 degrees Celsius temperature. And if you take immediately water, and sometimes you take cold water, sometimes you take ice cream, which hampers your digestion. So that is the reason you should have some time for that.
Okay. So,
Yes, Samir ji.
Yeah. Samir ji, please unmute yourself.
हॅलो.
Yeah.
हॅलो डॉक्टर.
Yeah, hello.
माझा प्रश्न असा आहे, केळाचं शिकरण तब्येतीसाठी चांगलं आहे का वाईट आहे?
हा, सेम क्वेश्चन. तब्येतीसाठी केळं चांगलं आहे आणि दूध पण चांगलं आहे, पण शिकरण नाही.
So can you repeat in English, please?
See, this is what he says. Keli shikran. There is one dish which is with milk and banana mixed together, and in Maharashtra we call it as shikran. Srikhanda is different, shikran is different. So whether that combination is good or bad, as I mentioned you about, the vitamins and minerals available in the banana, they will not be available, because there will be, when it goes into your system, there will be fermentation, and calcium and phosphorus, calcium in the milk, phosphorus in the banana, they will act adversely. So that is the reason you should not take it as a regular, or maybe along with that. But yes, separately you can take it.
Okay. So one more question is tomato peel good for health, especially when someone have a kidney stones?
Tomato peel?
Yeah. Or tomato juice without seeds?
Yeah. No, without seeds, yes, they can take it. It is very good source of vitamin C, and as well as lycopene, very good source of vitamin C also, and that's what they can use it.
So even
Yes.
when someone have a kidney stones.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll take the question from Vivek Patil ji. Please unmute yourself.
Can you hear me, doctor?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
The issue is that sometime I heard about this. Is it good to eat fruits after the dinner or lunch, or is it advisable to take before that?
Before that is better.
Half an hour before, sir, or 1 hour before?
15 to 20 minutes, that's all.
Okay.
And what about sweet? Any sweet?
Depending upon your diabetic level. But
No. Generally they says ki if you eat this, one should eat the sweet first, not the
Uh-huh.
last.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. In fact, in case of insomnia, sleeplessness, I advise the patient to take a sweet after they have their meal,
Okay.
and then they go for sound sleep.
Okay.
They should not have, of course, diabetes.
Of course, diabetes restriction is there.
No, but in that case also, I can advise them dry fruit sweet, sugar-free sweet.
Okay,
Yeah, that is good.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is available in the market. In fact, in Mumbai, I had introduced that in the year 1980, dry fruit sweet or sugar-free sweets.
I see.
We'll take the question from Ramesh Reddy garu. Please unmute yourself. Yeah. Meanwhile, we'll take question from the group chat. Like tomato seeds are harmful
Hello.
for kidney
Yeah,
stone.
good evening, doctor.
Yeah.
This is Ramesh. I just
Yeah.
wanted to check up for the heart blocks and this. Is there any recommended food which will reduce the blocks?
Blocks.
Blocks, heart blocks, block.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Yeah.
There is no any food as such. But
Someone garlic.
yeah, garlic is for cholesterol reduction.
Okay.
And yeah, but depending upon the size, particularly of the blockage, you have to have that, because the naturopathy or dietetics cannot be used in case of emergency. So you can use as a preventive measure in the form of pranayama, particularly calming your systems, and slowly it will give the blood pressure level will come down, and that way you can it can be useful for your body. Along with that, of course, if you have the sprouted moong or matki, that is good as a raw food, or maybe blanch food. If you have a problem of gas, then you can have blanch food. There is a difference between cooking and blanching. Blanching is cooked on the steam only and not with water. So that type of food, and along with that, you can make use of garlic. Yes, definitely.
Okay. So, sir, you mentioned about matki. So, what is the matki, sir? Can you please explain it?
It is the same like this moong. You know moong.
Yeah.
There is a different type of cereal that is smaller size and little reddish size.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll take the question from Realme 2 Pro. So, please unmute yourself. Yeah. Matki is a pulse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
I wanted to ask, because we buy lots of flowers, म्हणजे पिठा घेतो विकत,
Yeah.
आणि we cannot store it outside because the worms are formed. So we usually store it in the fridge. I had heard that they lose the nutritive values if it is stored for longer period.
No,
You
no,
cannot store it
no.
for many months. It may be 2 months or 3 months max. So is it okay to use flowers like besan, or which we don't use daily?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
or maybe some
No problem. No
bakmi
problem.
flour. There's
No
no
problem.
issue about
Ah.
nutritive value.
No, no issue.
Okay.
Of course, there will be some degradation naturally,
Yeah.
but not to that extent.
Okay. So
If you
that
keep
can
it
be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
No,
that
outside,
problem, that
especially
formation, yeah, I know.
bajri or jwari flour tends to get bitter.
Yeah.
So we tend to keep it in the refrigerator so that
Yeah.
this can be avoided.
Yeah,
Because we can't go and grind it every time
Right.
from the flour mill.
yeah, but don't keep it more than 1 month.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
No,
is better.
not for that long. I mean,
Yeah.
just within to be used. But I was just asking because I had read a post sometime back that we shouldn't be keeping it in the fridge at all. It should be
No,
used
no.
immediately. It's not possible, like
No, no, no,
practically
no,
not
no,
possible to do that.
no, no. It contains carbohydrates and
Yes.
some of the fibers and some of the minerals also, depending upon what type of flour you are having. So there is no harm in that.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Sir, you mentioned about having a fat in our food in our diet. So what should be the quantity of it? Like, whether saturated or
25 to 30 milligrams per day per person in the form of oil or ghee, you can have it.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sunita ji, please unmute yourself.
Hi, Doctor.
Hi.
Pleasure to talk to you. I love the food combinations that you showed. It makes so much sense. There's a lot of people who have milkshakes and they say that it's, especially during mango season, a lot of people
Uh-huh.
mango during
Yeah.
with milk, and they said, but that's the best food to have, and Ayurveda recommends it, and I was shocked. So if that's the case, then that combo is completely wrong, right?
No. See, there are various type of fruits I have shown you. There are acid fruits,
Yeah.
sub-acid fruits, and plain fruits. So this mango comes under sub-acid fruit. So it can be used with milk.
Okay.
You can have it as a milkshake. Only thing is that it should not be sour. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
The sweet,
Otherwise,
sweet mango.
particularly Alfonso mango, a very good milkshake. You can have it with that if it is properly ripened. Okay.
Yes, yes. And
Yeah.
what about the wheat? I've noticed that wheat, a lot of wheat we get today is GMO modified as opposed to the olden days wheat. So the Rejuvelac, the one that you mentioned, which you can have as a juice.
Wheat milk.
No, I'm talking about wheat. The juice that you mentioned out of wheat to have, you said it's very healthy, right?
So that is wheat milk, I call it.
Wheat milk, yes. So
It is not juice.
okay, the wheat milk you have, is it from organic wheat we should source, right? Or
No,
is it
not
completely?
necessary. Not necessary. You can have regular wheat also.
Okay.
Whatever available in the market, you can make use of that. No problem.
Okay, not
Because
necessarily.
it is a wonderful B complex source
Okay.
and also carbohydrates. Yeah.
So we need to boil it and then just
No.
just soak it.
Raw.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. And you have to start with very small quantity, maybe a quarter of a cup or maybe 25 ml.
Okay.
And then as your body accept it, you can take it more quantity also. And that will be, if you take it a cup full of that, it is a wonderful tonic and also very good source of carbohydrates and minerals also.
So we just soak it overnight and then have it in the morning.
That's all. Very simple.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
And the last thing is your book. Is that in English as well or only in Hindi?
Yeah, it is in English also. Food is in medicine.
Super.
But I'm out of print now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yes,
But I can send it to Sudhir some copies. And
Please,
or somebody wants it, I can
I want it.
mail it also, and
Yes.
you can.
I'll be in touch with you.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sudhir.
Yeah, okay.
So one more question is whether wheat milk is better or wheat grass juice is better.
Wheat?
Grass juice.
No, there are two different things. Wheat milk and wheat grass juice. different things.
Hmm.
See, wheat grass juice, it is like a green blood. Almost the quality of the blood is available in that wheat grass juice. Okay. Only thing is that the preparation of that wheat grass juice is very important. Very tender leaves of wheat grass will have to be taken, and then you can have juice out of that, and it will be taken as quickly as possible. And to start with a very small quantity, and you go on adding it. It is very good, nutritious juice, you can say. Whereas in case of wheat milk, there is a development. See, grass and wheat, there are two different things, right? The many nutrients have also developed because of the wheat formation, and the stage is also different. So depending upon that, you can make use of that.
Okay. Sir, you also mentioned about eating dry fruits, especially the flax seeds.
Yeah.
So whether that is before food or after food or in which
No,
form?
that after food you can take it, particularly flax seeds.
Yeah.
Very
And
good for digestion also, health digestion also. They are having essential fatty acids which are useful for your body overall health.
Okay, so that is the roasted also you can take?
No,
Or
no. As far as possible, the clean it, dehusk it, and take it.
Okay, yeah. Samir ji, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening, Dr. Prakash.
Yeah.
Yeah, my question is tea good for health or bad for health?
If you take without milk, that is good for health.
Okay.
If you take with milk, not so good for health. It is just
Okay.
simple for your energy, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah. Catechin is a compound which is available in the tea. Without milk, if you take it, that will be available for your system. That is as an antioxidant. Very good for your free radical protection.
Yeah. Sir, you mentioned about wheatgrass juices next to the blood. So in case, suppose we don't have a wheatgrass, any other alternative?
For blood?
No, for wheatgrass juice.
No, there is no alternative as such, particularly because the nutrient content differ. There is a neem also. Neem juice also can be taken. Karela juice also can be taken, but they are useful for different type of problems. Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned milk from the wheat, right? So some people use the brown top millet as a same grains, and they take milk from the brown top millet. So which one of them is more nutritious?
No, I couldn't get you.
Brown top millet or foxtail millet.
Oh, okay.
So instead of wheat, they use those grains. Now, which one of them is more nutritious?
No, millets are nutritious, no doubt about that. But how they are taken, or how they are taking it, that is important.
They're making a milk from it. Just similarly, how we are taking milk from wheat.
No, they soak it for overnight, and then
yes, they'll soak it overnight, and then they will grind in the morning, and then they will filter.
Nutritional value differs, but they are nutritious, no doubt.
Okay.
Because different grains or different food, they have different nutritional values. Okay. But overall, if you see, the nutrition is very good there in both the cases.
Okay. Yeah. Satish Vigaru, please ask your question. Unmute yourself and ask your question. Please unmute, sir. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes.
डॉक्टर मी तळेकर सतीश तळेकर बेंगळुरून बोलतोय. See, regarding this Javas, म्हणजे that is flax seeds. Whether flax can be sprouted or you have to.
No. Don't sprout it. As it is, you can take it.
Okay, we have to soak it in the water and for overnight and take it in the morning.
There is no any additional nutritive value.
Acha.
Yeah.
So we can take it directly.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sir, you mentioned tomato seeds are harmful.
Not I said harmful. Because those they have a problem, for them it is harmful. But otherwise, no.
Oh, a regular healthy person they can take.
Yeah, if they take it as a crush, tomato crush, that is including seeds, very good for their overall health also.
Okay.
And there is no need to take laxatives, particularly for those they have a constipation problem.
Okay. So suppose a person have a kidney stones and is suggested not to have a tomato seeds. Are there any other seeds or any other food he has to avoid?
Bhindi, okra.
Okay.
You should avoid. Yeah.
Okay. I think we are almost done with the questions. So many are asking about the sprouts. Can you please give it? How to eat and when to eat, how much quantity to eat?
100 grams as a breakfast. To start with, you can have 50 grams of moong sprouts initially. No salt or any other addition. Plain sprouted moong. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, another question is regarding the flax seeds again. So do we need to grind it or just to eat them as it is?
If you have a tooth problem, then you can grind it. Otherwise, as it is, you can take it.
Okay.
Very good for your mastication, particularly for your overall health of your tooth.
Okay. So can we add them in a smoothies? And I mean, we can take as it is. That's what. Okay. So and again, other question is regarding the dry fruits. Whether they has to be soaked in the water for a couple of hours or 6 hours, and then we need to peel it and eat, or we can eat directly.
No, they can eat it directly, no problem. Okay. Only thing is that, and some people they have a problem of tooth only, and then in that case they can soak it in water and then take it in the next day.
Okay. Yeah, and any food protocol those who have thyroid and fistula?
Thyroid
and fistula.
There are two different things. Thyroid, sweet potato, particularly purple color sweet potato, good for the thyroid people. If it is taken in raw form, depending upon the hyperthyroid or hypothyroid, that has to be taken that proportion. Altroxin somebody is taking, and then in that case, it has to be deferred.
Okay. Yeah. Samir ji, please unmute yourself and ask the question.
गुड मॉर्निंग डॉक्टर प्रकाश.
Yeah.
असं म्हणतात की दूध, दही आणि ताक फिश बरोबर खाऊ नये. हे कितपत बरोबर आहे? दूध फिश बरोबर, माशांबरोबर. आणि कधी कधी दही वापरतात फिश टिक्का बनवायला, तर हे कितपत बरोबर आहे?
नाही, दूध घेऊ नये हे बरोबर आहे, पण दही घ्यायला हरकत नाही. इट इज ऑलरेडी फर्मेंटेड, सो देयर इज नो फर्दर फर्मेंटेशन विल टेक प्लेस.
अच्छा,
नो प्रॉब्लेम.
अच्छा, म्हणजे दही आणि फिश चालतं का?
हा.
अच्छा, म्हणजे हा माझा प्रश्न होता.
Okay.
Yeah. Sir, another question in the group chat is green tea is a part of our food culture? Can we take it or not?
Array, wonderful. That is a wonderful drink. Green tea, very nutritious, and it is antioxidant, and it will protect you from various type of pollutions, air pollution, or water pollution, whatever pollutions are there, dust pollution, so they will take care of. And there is one more thing, if you take along with this green tea early morning, a small quantity of water vapor. See, there are inhalers available, water vapor in inhalers. If you take along with that, the overall system will be very good. And if you have no such thing, then there is one more thing. I can suggest प्रातः काल की वायु को सेवत करे सुजान. प्रातः काल की वायु को सेवन करत सुजान. Though they are very clever, they can go for morning walk and have fresh air. That is, more amount of ozone is available there in the air. And प्रातः काल की वायु को सेवन करत सुजान. थाने मुख जब बढ़त हो, बुद्धि हो तो बलवान. So that is saying that you get good complexion because of that, and your memory also improves. That is the benefit of morning walk, I can say. Yeah.
So here tea means any other flower tea mean tea from flowers and other leaves, or the
yeah,
tea?
There are many types of herbal teas or green teas available.
Okay.
And depending upon your what I can say, maybe your liking. Depending upon that, you can have various type of
flowers and leaves,
flavors, and yeah. And if you when I visit the European countries, number of varieties you have there as a herbal tea or green teas, and you can have it as per your liking. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. So another question is about the fermented drinks like kombucha. Nowadays they are becoming more popular and trendy alternative for alcoholic beverages.
Yeah.
And any references of that in Ayurveda? That is the question. And if it is okay to take, how to take?
Simple thing. We are taking chas, dahi. It is fermented only.
Okay.
And lactic acid is fermented. That's all. And lactobacillus are the favorable bacteria available after fermentation, particularly in dairy products. So there is no harm. In fact, fermented food, particularly depending upon what type of it is very good for overall health.
Okay. So any references of them in Ayurveda?
I have no direct access to that, but I can find out sometimes and
okay.
make available. Yeah.
They mentioned Asava and Arista combinations and all. Yeah. Okay. And one more question is, can berries be mixed with milk or ice cream to make smoothie for children?
Which type of berries? There are many types of berries.
Blueberry.
Blueberry, yeah. If it is, see, depending upon the vitamin C available in that, if it is sour, khatta hai, then they should not. Like mango, I said. If it is sweet, yes, they can.
Okay. And another question is, suppose any person have a diabetic, and can they eat all kind of fruits?
Yes.
Or any do's and?
Yes, except the banana to some extent.
Okay.
But most of the fruits can be taken.
Okay.
But in moderation.
Yeah. Yeah. Satish ji, ask your question. Unmute yourself and ask the question. Satish ji. Yeah, I think we have done with all the questions, sir.
Okay.
From the group chat.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Ask your question.
मी सतीश तळेकर बोलते बेंगळुरूहून. see, one question is that in vegan, they avoid milk totally.
Yeah.
So is it, is it okay? I mean, we have been using milk since long. So suddenly we cannot stop using milk.
So what is your question?
My question is whether it's see, in vegan they say don't use milk. So I want your opinion about it. So
No.
I want to use.
See, some people they eat non-veg, some people they eat veg, then some people they eat vegan, or some. Now there is one more thing. Some people are fruitarians. They only eat fruits. So depending upon your choice, there is nothing specific as such. Depending upon choice and depending upon your acceptance of your body, that is important. That's all. If you should have right amount of energy and then enthusiasm in you are not having fatigue if you have some exercise, so then you can have it. Otherwise, there is no harm having anything like a different type of foods.
Yeah. So what I understood is every body is individual. They have their own constituency.
Yeah, and also food habits particularly.
Okay. And we should take based on our capacity and our
liking.
Yeah, our liking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we are done with all the questions. Sir, any particular protocol for food constipation? And this is the last question.
Food?
Constipation.
Constipation?
I mean, yeah. So any food protocol for that?
Yeah. See, the pomegranate, you know,
yeah.
Dalim. It can be used in both the ways. For constipation also and diarrhea or dysentery also. If the person is having constipation, the person can use along with seeds or I can say pomegranate crush. Okay, remove the skin and then after peeling you get the pod. So you can have it a juice or a crush rather. That is very good for constipation. When a person is having diarrhea or dysentery, don't take seeds and take only juice. That will be very good for such person.
I mean, without seeds means the peels, the inner peels.
Seed actually seed, hardcore.
Okay. Yeah. I think we are done with today's webinar. Thank you to the participants and thank you to Dr. Prakash sir for having attending this today's webinar. With this, we conclude this today's webinar. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sudhir. Thank you, Dr. Vikram, and thanks to all participants. And have a healthy and happy life 2020.
Yeah. Thank you.
With Corona. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Take care. Bye.